Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Clunks, and welcome back to another episode of my FC25 Southampton Career Mode series. As always guys, if you did miss the last episode or any of the previous episodes, there will be a link down below to the series playlist. Head there now so you don't get any spoilers as we carry on through this one. For those of you who are up to date, you will know that we are on absolute fire at the moment. We're on a roll. Our form is fantastic. We have won 7 games in a row, which is just ridiculous considering how our form started at the beginning of the season. We have just gone up and up and up. We are currently sat in 3rd. In the last episode we did take a 1-0 victory against Cardiff in the sim game. Then we played against Ipswich, West Brom and Sunderland and took maximum points to head into the January transfer window. Here's the confirmation of our league position. So yeah, we are in 3rd like I mentioned, which is just fantastic. It's a good place to be. We are looking to win the league, but like I said at the beginning of the season, playoffs is minimum, and it wasn't looking very good a couple of episodes ago, but now we are right back up there, which is massive for us. So I'm not too sure what we shall be doing in today's episodes in terms of matches, because we are in the January transfer window like I just mentioned. I am expecting a lot to happen, so we obviously want to go and sign a left midfielder because, well, Tyler Dibbling obviously on the right has picked up an injury like you guys will know, and what we've decided to do is actually just rotate Oscar Bob and Brent Brereton-Diaz on the right, which then leaves us with Sulemana on the left. So we do want to sign another left midfielder. I've got a couple of people in mind. We will head there in a second, but like I said, I'm also expecting a lot of teams to come in for my players, and we are going to be a bit more lenient with the offers that are coming in, because in the summer it wasn't great. Teams kept walking away because I may be asking for a bit too much money. So we will try and make sure that we get some of those deals go through by being a little bit more realistic with what we should be asking in terms of transfer fee. Before we head into any of the transfer business, then just wanted to, well, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you to anybody who has already subscribed and liked my videos, and also to you who have left comments. I really appreciate the feedback, and I'm glad you all are enjoying this series, and it gives me the motivation to keep making them for you, so I appreciate it. To anyone who hasn't subscribed yet, please consider it, because especially if you enjoy my videos, because it would really let me know that, you know, this is something you guys are enjoying and continue to enjoy going forward. Anyway, I made a bit of a mess of that, but you know what I mean. If you guys enjoy the video, remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else, is what I'm trying to say. And also a big thank you to all. Right, first bit of business we've got to do in this episode then is we've had an offer for Kai Sander from Bologna, I believe. So not really expecting that, but he's not really a player I want. They've offered 930,000. The Bull Runner can get 1.7. However, that doesn't mean anything, because like I just mentioned, we are going to be a bit more lenient because we were asking for offers that the board suggested I could get, but clearly that was not the case. I will negotiate, and I'll go back in with 1 million. If I'm hoping that you'll just walk away from this, because it will not be a good start. 960, 10. Do you know what? Let's accept that. It's not a player that we're looking to use, so 960,000 into the bank would be lovely to help us get a left midfielder. Speaking of which, we'll head and have a look at who I've been looking at. Okay, so I've got quite a few players that I've added. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. I'm going to break it down to you. I'm still scouting a couple of players as well, but I'm going to break it down to you with the 3 that I'm probably going to try and get in order of, obviously, well, who I go in for first, who I want most. So one of the players I am looking at is Borja Sainz. Now we did look at him in the summer actually. Well, he's obviously in the division playing for Norwich. Now Norwich, I can't quite remember exactly where they are. I think they are up there challenging, but I do think this is a realistic offer, because to go from a team that have kind of plateaued a bit now. They were at one point kind of like Southampton, bouncing up and down, but then they kind of, like I said, plateaued. They're kind of staying in the Championship now. But like I said, so I think that is a realistic offer that we could make. We'd be looking at between 8.6 and 10.7, which is doable. But I think he's actually the one that's on the higher scale of what we're looking to pay. Now, another one I was looking at again was Rodrigo Gomez. Now, we almost went for him in the summer again, decided to go for Oscar Bob, but he can also play on the left, so that would also be a loan again. I do kind of want to sign someone, so I don't think Gomez is the right move for right now, because if I do end up loaning someone, I potentially might look at Matthijs Franke. The reason being is that he can also play cam. Now, I don't think he's playing for Crystal Palace. I am scouting him, so I'm not 100% sure on his overall at this moment in time, but we will find out once he's been scouted fully, see if he is actually good enough. I believe he will be, but that would be a loan. So again, like I said, I am looking to sign someone, but if we do decide to loan, I think I'd rather go for him, again, depending on his overall, because he can also play cam, so then we can rotate him with Grombiek in that role. Another one I wanted to quickly mention was Steffi Mavrididi. Now, I would love to sign Steffi Mavrididi. He would actually be my number one choice, to be honest, because he's just a ridiculous player. However, Leicester are currently top of the table. I don't think they would sell him to us, a promotion challenging rival. So I believe that is a bit too unrealistic at this current stage. So we will not be signing Steffi Mavrididi, unfortunately. I did see a comment from one of you guys about Nestori Irakunda. I don't know a lot about him, to be honest with you. I'd never even heard of him, so I do appreciate the suggestion. However, he is currently on loan, so we can't go for him right now. I will continue to scout him. He might be someone we go for in the future, but at this current stage, like I said, he is on loan, so we can't go for him. Dan James is another one that I am looking at. Now, obviously, he's at Leeds in the Premier League, so I'm trying to gauge whether this is realistic or not, because he has done this before. I think Dan James is a Championship player. I think he does struggle in the Premier League, but he absolutely tears up the Championship. So I actually believe that we could go for him. I am scouting him. He is an option, but I'll play by ear and see what happens, whether or not I decide to go for him. Does depend on other options, because I think we will go for them over him, but we shall see. And then another two options that we could go for are Nicolo Cambiaghi, I believe, from Bologna, a cheaper option, so it'd be cheaper than Sainz. He can also play striker. He's got good physical stats. His technical stats could be a bit better, however, they're not awful. So again, there are better options, so I probably won't go for him, but he could be an option. Demarai Gray is another one that I'm like, is it realistic? The problem I got with Demarai Gray is that he's in Saudi Arabia, and obviously they pay a lot of money for play, so his wages are probably, I don't know what they actually are in game, but 32.5. That's it's not too bad, but like I said, I don't think realistically we could pry him away to the Championship from Saudi Arabia. He might be someone I could go for if we get up, or hopefully once we get up, but for now I don't think it's quite realistic. So overall, at the moment, the player that I think I am going to go for is Borja Sainz. I think that would be a good signing for us on that left side. Like I said, his physical stats are decent. He's technically a bit better than Cambiaghi. So I think that is who we're going to go for, but I am going to wait until we scouted everybody and then make my final decision. So let's advance. Okay, so we've had an offer in for Jan Bednarek from Como for a 2-year loan deal, which I'm going to reject. If it was a transfer offer, I'd consider it. but we're not looking to loan him out, so we will reject that. Okay, so we have reached the Watford game, so we're going to go ahead and play this one now. Hoping this one can be a bit better than the last time we played Watford. I seem to remember a very boring 0-0 draw, so I'm hoping this game will be a bit better, and hopefully we can continue our fantastic form. This is our team heading into it then. Pretty much our strong team, except for Downs has dropped out, as well as Howard Bellis, with Ben Narek coming in and Ukchuku coming in as well, but the rest of the team is fully fit to play. Watford team then, they got Eagle Selvik in goal, Ngakia on right back, Siralta, Pollock and Morris make up the rest of the back line, with Luza, Dumoo, Vata, Laruki, Chakvadze, I believe, and Bio. Wow, Watford have got some ridiculous surnames. Okay, I don't remember it being that difficult last time I played them. Anyway, so that is their team. They've also got some options on the bench with Adupoku, Tom Ince, Kevin, Dumbia, Kayembe, Andrews and Bond, I believe, backup goalkeeper. So yeah, so they are, you know, a decent team, but it's a team we should be beating, so hopefully we can beat them this time and continue our form and make this 8 wins in a row. Oh, it's a good ball into Bio. Oh, and he's put it wide. Big chance for Bio early on for Watford. I lost concentration in the back. I was lost concentration completely. I was pretty much zoned out for a second then. But Watford get a chance and we are lucky to get away with that one. Right, as we head towards half time, I'm pretty sure the only thing I would have showed you was that early chance Watford had. This seems to be some sort of curse on Watford, that when I play them, the game is absolutely dreadful. Like, I don't mind 0-0s if they're entertaining, but the 2 games, or the 1.5 games we've played against Watford, couldn't get my words out. Oh, yeah, they got actually. Oh, that's a good save. Trying to say too many things at once. The 1.5 games we played against Watford so far have been absolutely dreadful. We're heading to half time at 0-0. Please, please, let there be a goal in the second half, preferably for us. Bio scores. Well, there's been a goal. Not for us, like I just said hopefully it would be. And Watford make it 1-0. But I hate playing them. I hate playing Watford. Absolutely just annoying to play against. They get a chance here, Bio in between the defenders, 6, good strike, good finish. And we are 1-0 down, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm getting a goal in this game because they are just so annoying to play against. I can't do anything, but we will try. Otherwise, our winning streak is coming to an end, or undefeated streak as well, because I think we've been undefeated for about 11 games, so that's going to come to an end if we don't find a goal in this one. Try and head that down to Brereton Diaz. Takes a strike. It's going to fall for Fernandez. Try and get that to Kuchuku. He's going to take a strike. Oh, he's at the post! Oh, and he can't get the finish. We do get a corner on it. What a shot that was. This second half has come to life, at least. There's been a goal and we've hit the post. Can we do something from the following corner? We'll try. No, they're going to get it out. It's going to come back for Grombiek, though. Try and whip that in. They get it out again. It's going to come back to Grombiek. He's going to play that into Kukuchuku. We're still trying to get it. We'll play that off to Brereton Diaz. Take a strike, blocked. And they get it away. It remains 1-0. Good pass in. Oh. And Kayembe just puts it wide. Otherwise we were heading 2-0 down there. Maybe should have, to be honest. It was a good chance. But he does hit it wide and we are still only 1-0 down. We'll play that out to Sulmana. Good first touch. Have to bring it back. Still got it. He's still just about got it somehow. Good pass into Archer. We'll try and get that back to a good bit of play. Oh, what a finish. He came close earlier to scoring, hitting the post. But he does get his goal this time. Might be his first goal of the season. I'm pretty sure it is. Really nice bit of play between him and Cameron Archer to lay it back off to him. And we do get our equaliser. It's a really good bit of play here. Nice play off to him. Really nice finish to put it past the goalkeeper. I believe there was an advantage, so I think maybe Archer got fouled in the build-up, so we might got a penalty out of that anyway. However, doesn't matter. Ukuchuku put it in, and we are 1-1. Let's try and get that second goal. Fernandez out to Brereton Diaz. Grombiek will play that out to Solmana. Brenton Diaz has carried on his run. Oh, he's won it. He's got to score this. And we do make it 2-1 just like that. It was a poor pass by Solmana, to be honest, but Brenton Diaz ran onto it, tackled the man, took it off him, and then slots it past the goalkeeper. And just like that, we've turned the game on its head. And thank God the second half has been a lot more entertaining than the first game and a half against Watford beforehand. But we are 2-1 up, and we are looking like we might head in for our 8th win in a row. Let's go. Kayembe, advantage being played by the ref. Oh, it's a good pass into Vata, he's got in. Oh, and Ramsdale is forced into a save. Ever since we scored, nothing's really happened, but that's a good save by Ramsdale. Watford maybe should have done better with it, but they do have a corner. Can they do something with that? It's going to get blocked, strike, and we are going to get it away. Actually, it's going to go for a goal kick, and it is still 2-1 with 5 minutes to go. This takes a strike, another good save by Ramsdale. Head into the last minute of the game. Watford have another corner after a good strike by Kayembe. Ball comes in. He might actually win that header. He does, and Pollock puts it wide. Refs added 4 added minutes, but that's a big chance for Watford to get their equaliser. But they've just headed it wide. He probably should have done better. But we are still 2-1 up with 4 minutes to go. Last minute of the game then, we've got a throw in here, and we should just keep the ball now and win and see this game out, which we will. We'll play that back to the goalkeeper. We only get a chance to. We have won that game. When Watford scored early on in the second half, I feared for us because I thought, I can't see where we're scoring this game after the first half and the first game against Watford. I was like, I can't break them down. But just like that, 1-2 came. We turned the game on its head, and we did take the 3 points. That's 9 in a row. Huge. We are on absolute fire. We're unstoppable at the minute. Nobody can beat us. Maybe those are famous last words. We shall see what happens next. Hopefully, maybe some transfer business will get done. If not, we will head into an FA Cup game against Fulham, which I am going to play. So we've had another offer for Kai Sander, this time from Lazio again, from the Serie A. They've offered us 980, so that's 20,000 more than what we've already agreed with Bologna, so we're just going to straight up accept that. And it's up to him whether he wants to head to Bologna or Lazio. And just like that, the confirmation has been made. He is heading out of the club. I actually still don't know who it's to. It is Bologna, so it looks like he's already agreed that before we even accepted that Lazio deal, because it was literally the next day. So he'd already made his mind up. He is heading off to Bologna. So there goes the first bit of business done. Okay, so nothing else happened before this Fulham game, so we are heading into this FA Cup match against Fulham at Craven Cottage. So they got Bender in goal, they got Tete, Anderson, Bassi and Sessegnon as the back four, Sander Berg and in the CDM role with Harry Wilson on the right. They got Lucas Paqueta now in their midfield alongside Joshua King, Alex Iwobi on the left, and then Raul Jimenez up top. Then they've got Cuenca on the bench, a player we did look at in the summer. They got Smith Rowe, they got Carlos Vinicius, they got Lukic, Castagne, Muniz, Buanga, Diop and Nelson. Good team, obviously Premier League team for them. So this is going to be a tough game. I wanted to play it to see where exactly we are. My team is a little bit rotated. We got the back four with Takanga, Howard Bellis has come back in, Sugawara, Wellington's playing again. Midfield has got Smallbone and Okujuku in there with Grombiek in front, Bob, Onuachu and Fraser. So yeah, we are a little bit rotated, but yeah, just wanted to see how competitive we can be against a Premier League side. So let's see how it goes. Grombiek trying to find Bob. It's going to fall to Okujuku. We'll play that into Bob. He's carried on his run. Oh, we will find him. We'll go first time. Why not? Oh, what a save, Bender. But the first chance does fall to us in the first 5 minutes. Really good bit of play by us to put Onuachu in. And it was a really good save. But it remains a 0-0 for now. Bob. Oh, he's sent him to the shops. Oscar Bob. Grombiek's carried on his run. We will find Grombiek. Oh, and he's just put it wide. We've had 2 big chances in the first 10 minutes and we haven't put either of them in. We should at least be 1-0 up. We probably should be 2-0 up. They both should have gone in. We're the early team getting the chances. However, we might be made to pay for not putting them away because it does remain 0-0. Jimenez. Back to King. Josh King. Oh, he has put it in. So just like that, Fulham go up the other end and score. So we had 2 big chances, and like I did say just now, we might be made to pay for those missed chances we have with Joshua King with a nice finish off the post. I do seem to remember saying Craven Cottage at the beginning of the episode. We are not in Craven Cottage, we are in St Mary's Stadium. We are at home, and we are 1-0 down. Back to Paqueta, Tete, Iwobi, still Iwobi. We can't get anywhere near him and he scores. Oof. Yeah, we started off well, but it's been all Fulham since, and they have scored both their shots. So, yeah, to answer the question I asked myself at the beginning, how competitive can we be against the Premier League side? At this moment in time, not very. 2-0 Fulham. Howard Bellis, nice pass into Fraser, will get out on Yachu. Oh! Good strike, but he's offside. Oh, so he went up the other end and scored. Really nice finish. Just waited a bit too long to play it into him. He's just offside there. Oh, it's very tight. Oh, just waited a little bit too long. Onuachu with a really nice finish though. It doesn't count though, and it's still 2-0 Fulham. Oh, what a first touch by Fraser. He's actually got a chance for a break here. Bob has not run where I wanted him to though. He's going to have to go all the way on his own, Fraser here. We'll actually try and lay that off to Grombiek. And we do take a goal back on the break. It is 2-1. It was all made by Ryan Fraser's first touch. It was absolutely fantastic. Then Oscar Bob, who again, another player who hasn't really been impressing me since we signed him on loan. He's not been doing much. Does not run the right way. But Fraser keeps on going. Plays it across to Grombiek, who then puts the ball in the back of the net with his left foot. Really nice finish. And it is 2-1. Maybe there's a route back into this for us. Iwobi, nice pass out to Lukic. Back into Iwobi. Bit of footwork to get around me. What a tackle. It's going to fall for Wilson. And we're going to give a penalty away. I dives in trying to block the shot from Wilson. In hindsight, I didn't need to because Ramsdale actually saved it, but we didn't know that. But Howard Bellis with a late challenge. That's just me trying to block the shot. It's a risky move. It hasn't paid off. And Fulham are going to have a penalty, although Jimenez being taken off. Who's taking the penalty then? It is going to be Harry Wilson for 3-1. Oh, it's another save of Ramsdale. Ramsdale has been fantastic this season of saving penalties, and he's saved another one. We're going to make some changes now. But what a save. Fantastic. We are still 2-1 down, but that's given us a lifeline. So let's try and use that lifeline and get an equaliser, at least. Oh, well, never mind. So from the corner, I was gonna cut to there, so you would have seen me just not concentrate. It's actually Boango who's just come on for Jimenez, who gets the header from the corner. So Ramsdale does really well to save the penalty from Harry Wilson, but Harry Wilson with a really good delivery, Boango with a header, and Ramsdale should do better with that. I think he should have done a lot better with that. So he saves the penalty and then lets that in. Not good. So we are 3-1 down after all. But I can't see us getting back into this one now. I think Fulham are well in control. And they get another strike. It is a free kick for handball. But like I said, I think Fulham have probably won this one now. 5 added minutes by the ref. What a poor touch by Bertrand Diaz. Is going to come back at us. Boango with a strike. The ref's given a bloody free kick. So like I said, the game's over. I've brought some fringe players on just to give them a game. After that third goal, Fulham pretty much killed the game off. And it does look like that we have a long way to go to be competitive. But we kind of knew that anyway, because this team is pretty much the same team that have struggled. And Harry Wilson has scored that free kick. He made up for the penalty miss. I thought he'd scored the free kick earlier. I don't know if I would have showed it to you in the end. He had a free kick that I thought he was going to score. He didn't. But he scored now and we are 4-1. But like I was saying, we kind of expected not to be too competitive against a Premier League team, because this team is pretty much the same team that had struggled in real life in this season in the Premier League. Obviously, technically, last season, I suppose, in game. But we started off quite well, but Fulham had too much for us, too much quality. And it's 4-1 and we are heading out of the FA Cup. Okay, so we have just reached the Norwich game. And surprisingly, we have had no offers for any of our players. Very surprisingly, I thought I'd get at least one or two for some of the better players like Fernandes, maybe Onuachu, Archer, because they've been in absolute fantastic form. But nothing as of yet. Now, I've had some of my scouts back, and it might have changed my mind. So, Borja Sainz was the one I was going to go for, but I've had this for Da Cunha. Now, Da Cunha plays for Como, obviously Serie A. I am going to go double check now before I make my final decision if he starts for them. If he starts for them, then probably not who we will sign. If he doesn't, then I might like to sign him. He looks really good. He's decent technically. Physically, he's, okay. He's all right. He's got good stats there. If we don't, though, I'm also looking at Anas Zaroury. He obviously plays for Lens in the French league. But again, I think he is former Burnley, I want to say. I think he did play for Burnley. He is really good physically. His physical stats are fantastic. Technically not as good as Da Cunha, but overall, all-round player is probably Da Cunha. That's who I'd probably want to go for. But I'm going to go a quick double check on whether they play for their clubs, and then I will be back. Okay, so I had a look at both players in terms of where they are in their squads. They do both start, I believe, for both clubs. However, both teams are hovering above relegation. Now, they're only a point above relegation, both teams in both their respective leagues. So, would they leave a team that are probably going to get relegated from the French league and Serie A to a team that are pushing for promotion to the Premier League in January? I think if the price is right, they will. I could be making a complete wrong call and you guys might be disagreeing, but personally, I believe that one of these would be open to that move. And the one that I am going to go for is Da Cunha. So I'm going to go over Da Cunha. Let me just have one last check to compare Da Cunha with Sainz, just to see if he is the better player. So yeah, I had a quick look and Da Cunha looks like the better overall player. He can actually also play CDM and Cam, which is interesting, but we will be prioritising him out on that left-hand side. So we're going to try and get him from Como. Board reckoned I could get him for about 7 million, which is his value. I think maybe even a little bit less than 7 million, they said. So we'll try with a 6.7. 9.5 says Fabregas once. What about... Okay, well, I'll come up significant. What about 8 million? So that's a million above his valuation. 9.1. Ooh, I'm going to have to be... Okay. Do you know what? I'm paying a lot of money. They obviously are struggling relegation, so they would want a lot of money for him. What about 8,850? 9.1. They're not coming down from that 9.1. 8.9. Come on. Alright, 9 million. Have your 9 million, Cesc. There we go. Right, we will give him a pay rise as well, so he's on 19,500 a week. We will give a pay rise to leave a better league to come to a championship side. We'll try and give him important. I think he's going to want crucial. No, he's happy with important. Okay. He's only 23, so we'll offer him a 4-year deal. See if he's happy with that. Yep. No release clause. Right, we'll give him a wage increase. We'll actually give him 25,000 a week. Is that too low? 27,000. Is he happy with that? He's more than happy with that. We've given him that bumper pay rise, which makes me think that it makes it a bit more realistic that he would come and join us. Let me guys know if you agree. If you don't, I do apologise, but I actually personally think that was a good deal to make. There he is, and he slots straight into the left hand side of my team. Now he can play Cam, however, there is something that I do want to do, I think. So let's head back to the transfer hub. So we scouted Matthijs Franke. Now I was going to, obviously, like I said, I didn't want to loan a left wing. I wanted to sign someone, which we have gone and done now, of course, with Cunha coming in, which is good. Good signing, I believe. But I was looking at Franke and I was like, ooh, do you know what? What if I bring him in on loan for the rest of the season just to rotate that cam position with Grombiek? I'm going to try and do it. I am going to try and do it. I am going to see if they're willing to loan. They are willing to loan him. I think this could be a good deal to make. We'll do basic terms. We don't want to loan to buy. We'll see if they're willing to just loan him for the rest of the season. They are happy to do that. Right, so what was his wages? So 33,000. How about I pay 40%? You can be happy with that? They are happy with that. Okay, I think this is a good deal to make. Like I said, I think we needed someone just to rotate, because what I've been doing is I've been rotating Fernandes in there, but Fernandes is obviously my starting CM role, so I think we definitely needed to sign someone to rotate. However, we won't find out till the next episode if he comes in, because we are on that Norwich game, but I am going to end the episode here because I don't want it to go on for too long. So let's go and have a look at what goes on in the next episode. Before we go and do that though, this is how the table is looking after that. Well, we only played the one game in the league in this episode. We obviously had that FA Cup game, which we did lose, but that win against Watford means that we are still in third, but 2 points off second. We've only 1 point above Middlesbrough below us though, and the playoffs, like I said, we're only 3 points above playoffs, so we're it's very close, but we are doing well. Like I said, we have won nine championship games in a row, which is massive for our season. Let's continue it in the next one. So in the next episode then, we will have deadline day. We'll also play that game against Norwich, and then sim that game against Hull, and then depending, I think we will end that episode on deadline day. So hopefully, I'm not planning on making any more signings myself. Hopefully we can get Franke in now to be that cam, and we've already got Cunha in, which I'm very happy with. But like I said, I'm not looking to sign anyone else, but I am still expecting some offers to come in between now and deadline day. Rather surprised we haven't had any as of yet. We shall see. Hopefully we can keep the majority of our squad if those big offers start to come in though for our better players. Like I said, we're going to have to consider it, especially considering we just signed someone from Serie A. I'm happy with it though. I am happy with it. I'm a little bit, there's a little bit of thing in the back of my mind that's like, was that realistic? I think it was. I think giving him that pay rise helped as well. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I hope you guys agree. But that is where we wrap up this episode then. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from this series and my channel. But a good episode overall, a win. Obviously getting knocked out of the FA Cup, not ideal, but I think it gave us a bit of a test to see where we were up against a Premier League side, and we do have a long way to go, but we knew that anyway. I shall see you guys in the next one where we will have deadline day. But for now, I've been Clonks. Take care.